Welcome back, you guys, to Two Homos, 100 Thoughts. We hope you guys enjoyed the last video. It's Armando coming to you from Dallas.
And it's Raciel giving you a first class ticket to Chi-Town.
Yeah, first class ticket.
Sorry. So in this video, we're going to recap all three parts of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion for season 12. And I know in the last video I said it's like the sad part, and I'm even sadder now because the season is officially ended. And now we have to wait a whole year for next season. And Armando, how did you feel about the season ending? Were you like, how did you feel about this reunion?
Okay, so this reunion was, I can't put it into words, to be quite honest with you. It wasn't disappointing, but it didn't deliver, if that makes sense.
I mean, I get you. I feel like it's even okay, like compared to like other franchises, I feel like even under worse reunion, it's still better than some people's best reunion. So I feel like we just have high expectations of Atlanta because they always bring it. And we just felt with like the COVID of it all and everything, it really got in the way of really delivering good storylines and good drama.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like we talked about Bolo as much as I love Bolo. Anyway, we talked about Bolo pretty much like the whole fucking time, you know, and I'm just like, I'm kind of happy the season has ended, as sad as I am, just because I love Atlanta. Mm-hmm. But I'm just ready for something new, you know? Right. I'm excited for what next season brings. But before we even get into that, let's just recap this reunion. I mean, well, I felt like this whole reunion was basically like the Bolo of it on, then like some Drew and Kenya stuff, you know? What do you think?
For sure. I mean, with the reunion stuff, first of all, I don't even know why they even talked about the profit business at the reunion. Like, that Drew crap was reaching for a storyline. And that's just the nicest I'm going to say about that. Like, who cares about a dang profit? You get a pass.
What the fuck is a profit?
I have no idea. I'm not a religious person. Like,
neither. And I don't know. It's just like you said, that was reaching. Like, I was all for Drew all season. I'm still off for Drew, my Chicago girl. But she really lost me at that last moment where she like did the whole profit thing, the whole tape recording. I thought that was stupid. But talking about the reunion, I was more team Drew than Kenya. As much as I love Kenya, I know you guys, I give her a hard time all the time. But I felt like Kenya was just being kind of a bitch to Drew, like calling her a bad mother about like her sharing her story with her kid and his father who was in jail. Like, Kenya was just like being disgusting, in my opinion, to Drew, you know, where she could have been like a little more easy on her, because Kenya should, out of all people, should know she doesn't have a good relationship with her mom. Mm-hmm. And she's in her 50s now, still trying to have a relationship with her mom. She should be like, if anything, encouraging Drew that she is pushing them to have a relationship, you know? So I don't know. I did not like that.
I didn't, but I was really impressed with Drew, how she kind of kept it pushing. Like, she stated she didn't like that, but she didn't really retaliate. Drew took the high road, and she didn't kind of like to do like a low blow to Kenya about her daughter, because the opportunity was there. Like, there's space and opportunity when it comes to Kenya. Everything about her has always been wishy-washy, especially her man. Now that she has a child, like, we're not gonna forget that. And like, my personal opinion, and we're gonna get deep into it, is Kenya probably paid Mark for the child, but that's a whole other story to tell, basically. But Drew could have really, you know, she could have went there if she wanted to, and she didn't. She's just a very classy woman, and shout out to Drew for that. I want to see more of her.
Shout out to Drew. She really held her own. I am expecting to see her back next season and bring it back even more. I felt like she really blended well with the group. I think she brought it, you know. I felt like she was a breath of fresh air, and at the same time, she does stick up for herself. And, you know, if you're going to go toe-to-toe with Kenya, she really did bring it. So,
she did,
you know, because not everyone can do that. Like, you know, Tanya tried it, and look how that ended up. It didn't. It didn't.
So while we're still talking about Kenya, and you've said that, you know, how she's rough on people and stuff, part of the reunion, I'm not too sure if it was part 2 or part 3, and sorry that we're jumping around, but while we're on the Kenya topic, I liked how they brought in Porsha, and they said, like, at one point you guys were building a friendship, and they were good friends. And Porsha kind of said something that made sense to me. She said they became friends when Kenya was pregnant, and Kenya was a very sensitive person when she was pregnant, and that's what she got along with. And after she had the baby and returned, that happens to women. They get pregnant and they kind of like, hormones and stuff. So it made sense of what she said. And then she had the baby and she went back to being Kenya. And she's like, well, yeah, I don't want to be friends with her.
Yeah, I agree. I felt like I don't know, and I feel like she shouldn't even be. She should have been softer this season because, girl, you're going through a divorce. Your husband's a piece of shit, So like, she should have like gone easy. But that just shows that she's like, you see, I'm so back and forth with Kenya, but she is a miserable person. Like people are saying, like, how has it been 8 years and these two are still going at it? It's because Porsha is growing and Kenya's still in the same position, like miserable as hell.
Okay, I'm not the one to defend Kenya because she's done some fucked up shit, if you ask me, but I don't see it as misery, to be honest with you. I see it as a lot of negative stuff were coming out about her. So she kind of did everything she could to change the storyline. Season 12 of Atlanta was not about to be Kenya Moore gets divorced. It was gonna, like she made it about Porsha getting fucked by Bolo. And
I mean, and what's wrong with that?
and it worked for her favor, basically.
I would love to have a story about me getting fucked by Bolo. So I don't know how, like, what's the problem with that?
I mean, that as long like, I guess people are sensitive with their divorces and stuff, and that was Kenya. So I feel like
she's okay.
She pushed the Bolo thing on Porsha to change the topic on her. I heard Wendy Williams say it, and I agreed, basically.
No, yeah, and I mean, as much as like I said, I'm so back and forth with Kenya. I still wish the best for her. She's gorgeous, like, so why is she with this washed up loser, Like, she could have done so much better, So I hope she still finds her a good guy, because I just want to. We have seen soft sides of Kenya, but I just want better for her. No. Because I want to see a better side of her, and I know she has it.
It's in there somewhere. I mean, we've seen it because. I mean, in the reunion, when they did that flashback to like when they were with the kids and Porsha and Kenya, and they were just being so sweet to each other and stuff. Like there's a nice person in there. It's just not a lot of it.
No, for sure. All right, so switching on to the next topic. I feel like most of this reunion was Marlo also against Porsha. And we both say I love Marlo and I love Porsha too. I just felt like this argument was just so, like it was exhausting to watch. Like I was not for it. I wasn't liking the side I was seeing of Marlo. Marlo looked bomb though. I'll say that. She looked the best in the reunion. Her and Candice were my favorite look. I'll just say that.
For sure. But had a bomb look at the reunion. Yes.
Yeah. And I just hate that they bring up again what Porsha did 4 years ago. And I'm not defending what Porsha did because that was really fucked up, what she did to Candy. But I just feel like they shouldn't throw it in her face just to make their argument valid, And I was just like, why is she, like I said, being friends with Kenya brought out a side of Marlo that I don't like, and I predicted that, and it's happening. Like I said, with the whole Marlo versus Porsha, I felt like that was a big part of the reunion, but at the same time, it was exhausting to watch. Like, I wasn't for it. What do you think? I mean, it sucks seeing that friendship go down because I did predict her being friends with Kenya is going to bring out a bad side of her, and it did.
It did. Yeah, and I mean, something that was mentioned, Marlo's argument against Porsha is basically that she's hurt because Porsha didn't tell her the truth. But on Speak On It, like it kind of made it seem like she already knew the truth. She said that Porsha went in her room while the Bolo thing was happening in the middle of the night to wash herself up and shower because she had just got fucked. And Marlo knew the truth. Why do you need to hear it out of Porsha's mouth?
LaToya came out and she was just fighting with Drew, and the whole Drew and Prophet thing happened. I know we talked about that, but I mean, I felt like that storyline was tired. Like I was not for it. Like,
Yeah. What do you think about LaToya? Like, I kind of personally feel like she plays both sides a little bit. Like she likes Porsha and she also likes Kenya. Like she's friends with both. And Porsha is friends with LaToya and she's friends with Drew. Kind of.
Yes. I mean, I don't think she's playing both sides. I kind of do like that she was like calling out Kenya the parts that she was wrong, so I don't feel like she's playing both sides. I feel like she's just doing her role on the show. I mean, I wish she was coming back next season. From what I saw, she's not, but I wish she does because I felt like she came in hot, and I feel like that's what someone should do. She was like, people online are talking shit about her, but people are always going to talk shit whether someone's causing drama or if someone's not causing enough drama. I feel like some of these viewers recently have not been. They're hard to please, but I was okay with Latoya. So I don't really think she was playing both sides.
Latoya, yeah, I mean, she does call Kenya out, but I felt like she could have been a little bit more loyal to Kenya, especially after, we all know Kenya can be a nasty bitch to the new girl, and she got it easy with her, and she's still going against her. Like, I don't know, that's not how I would have acted if I were in that situation, but, this is Latoya at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, not a lot happened this reunion. Like I said, there were very few storylines happening and arguments. Like I said, the most of it was the Marlo and Porsha of it all, and I was not feeling that. Then, Tanya was like MIA after the whole Bolo thing, and it makes her seem guilty as fuck. So clearly she got fucked by Bolo too.
I liked when Shamia spoke up about that at the reunion, and she was like, Tanya should have been there to clear her name. She shouldn't have left Porsha to kind of just do it for her. And out of all the crap that Shamia said, that's the only thing I can remember. So
yeah, honestly, I forgot Shamia was even there. Like, I don't think she had any purpose being there, and I feel like they should just like let her go. Like, she's been there since season 8, and she still has had no impact, no iconic moments. And Latoya and Fallon, we'll get to that in a sec. We'll get to that in a sec. This was their first season, and Fallon was there so briefly, and she already had a good moment with the whole golf club. Latoya just with her messiness, and Shamia, what the fuck has she done?
Like, that's so true. That's so true. I mean, I can't think of any memorable moments with Shamia that compete with Toya and Drew. And these new bitches, basically, they came right in and they gave us a lot, even though it wasn't, I don't know, some of it didn't have like quality behind it, like the whole profit crap. Like, that could have been left out the storyline, but I mean,
Yeah, it was tired. I'm not for it. I mean, that's all I got for the reunion. Anything else you got before we jump into the next topic really quick?
No, I'm excited for the next topic, so let's get into it. You guys, if we missed anything about the reunion, comment below, but that's what we got from it. If you guys got something different, let us know. But
I mean, are there any oldies you would want back on the show?
I mean, I always say this, Phaedra Parks, she deserves Sheree as you're wearing, because who gonna check her boobs?
Hey!
You guys, shout out to Raciel. Let's give a round of applause to Raciel, because with that t-shirt, you paid for the chateau.
I really did, didn't I? Well, I mean, it was a gift. So shout out to my friend Ashley. She helped fund Chateau Sheree.
Shout out to Ashley. We're here looking for sponsors, but Raciel is sponsoring the chateau. So.
I hate you, but I mean, where's the lie? Where is the lie? All right, so jumping on to the next topic. Speaking of Fallon, what the fuck is going on? Like I woke up to the news. Actually, I went to sleep and woke up to the news, like Porsha trending on Twitter, because apparently she's dating and in love, engaged, pregnant with Fallon's ex-husband or soon-to-be ex-husband, Simon, and apparently that's the guy she was filming as her husband, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So it's funny because Fallon was introduced to the show as Porsha's friend, but then Porsha comes out and she's like, we weren't really friends. We met the day we filmed that. That's when I met everyone. That's when she met the husband. And do you think
that seems messy as fuck, And then I don't know, like, guys, this is how you know we're not biased, because we even in our first video we said Porsha was in her top 5, but no one's safe from my opinion. I think that's fucked up, because now she came out with that whole statement explaining herself, because clearly she knew she was going to get dragged for it, so she had to make a statement on Instagram saying they've been in love for a month, and clearly now she's pregnant, so clearly this shit's been going on for longer than a month. And then clearly stating in words, Fallon and I aren't friends. And then clearly on the show, it shows that they were friends, So what the hell? Do you think, I don't know what the fuck. Like, my mind is everywhere on this. What the fuck? That's all I got.
I don't know, but the cameras need to be rolling because there's some shit going down in Atlanta. And these cameras, I hope they never stop rolling because shit's popping off in Atlanta and we need to see it.
We need to see it, and they need to Bravo, get your camera crew there. Nah.
Well, part of the rumors that I've been seeing is that Porsha is also getting a spinoff on Bravo, and it was supposed to be like a Porsha kind of update with her baby, because the last time Real Housewives of Atlanta took a break, it was Porsha's having a baby came on. So they wanted to do that, and now it's like, is it gonna be like a marriage show, kind of like the one Nene and Bethany had, where it was like a marriage show that
Candy had one too.
Candy had one too, exactly. Can't leave out Candy. She has all kinds of shows.
I know. I mean, let's hope. I just want to see the mess of it all. I mean, I just want to see, because I know Fallon is also good friends with Kenya, from what I've like seen, because I know Kenya is really cool with Fallon. So I wonder if that had to do something with Porsha saying that they're not friends and stuff like that. But to me, it just kind of seems fucked up to me.
Right.
Because
no, it definitely is fucked up. Like, you definitely don't look at your friend's exes, even if that's not your close friend. It's gonna make you look a certain kind of way. And I really hope, I really, really hope, because I'm a big fan of Portia, but I hope this marriage and relationship works out for her, because if it doesn't, you made yourself look like that in front of everyone for nothing. So I just really hope it works out.
exactly.
You had Nene leave
And
a comment on Portia's post, and then she went on Twitter and was like, I didn't know who that was. That's obviously some shady shit. And she retracted her statement, love wins, real quickly, like as soon as she realized what was going down.
yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I would never go for my friend's ex. Like Armando, I've talked to one of your exes before, but I wouldn't do that again. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh my God. You guys see?
I'm just like, good luck with those, like, girl.
I'm kidding. How no? I don't even know your exes like that.
I was trying to think which ex would Raciel dated. Bitch.
JK.
Mm-mm. I dated a Cancer once. That was the worst fucking experience. But moving on, moving on from Armando's exes, back to Portia and her menses.
Yes, and then supposedly her and Fallon are both pregnant by this dude. But now a report also came out that Fallon is engaged now and proposed to this dude. First of all, Fallon's way too fucking beautiful to be proposing to any dude. So I don't know what she's doing there. But I just hope she gets her peach, or at least her friend role next season.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see them bring it, you know?
We need
I'm just mad that they're not filming right now.
We need an update on the drama, and Fallon did say she would come back, so that already is exciting. I'm kind of disappointed that she wasn't at the reunion. Even though she didn't have a big role, she still had that pretty epic blowout with LaToya, and they had their back and forth, so she could have had some screen time on there to kind of prep her up for next season to either hold a peach or be a friend of, but
no, for sure. No, for sure. I mean, that's all I got for Atlanta. I mean, that was some good gossip, and I mean, want to take a shot for this season just because I love Atlanta, and I feel like they deserve
a shot that the season has ended. It was a decent season, and let's take a shot for what's to come, because bitch, Potomac is coming back. New York is already back.
And Beverly Hills, New York, and Potomac. Like what? Like what a good summer we're gonna about to have.
Those are the big three right there: Potomac, New York, and Beverly Hills. Literally, and there's an all-star stuff in the works. Like,
and that we'll talk about that next video.
That's gonna be our next video. But there's a lot coming on, and I'm excited, specifically for Potomac, even though Monique Samuels isn't on there. But cheers to the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Cheers.